Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside My Mind. Today we're taking a look at the match on the new railway to Golmud map. In this video I will be struggling a lot, so it will be a good opportunity to share some useful tips in situations like those, and not only when I'm in control. Let's talk about the loadout first. In this video I'll be using multi-purpose rounds, AP rounds, LMG, thermal smoke, enhanced loading, light machine gun and countermeasures. In my opinion, this is the best loadout for this map. This map is very vehicle based, so having that enhanced loading can win you most tank battles. For the primary I went with the multi-purpose rounds just to have more ammo. You get 20 rounds instead of the 10 high explosive rounds. And since this is a big map, the resupply points won't always be there. And they will also come in handy when you run out of AP shells. They'll still do a decent amount of damage to tanks. You'll just have to deal with the slightly worse splash damage and range. On a side note, just to give you the numbers for field maintenance. The benefits you get is your passive restock of shells decreases from around 15 seconds to around 10 seconds. And your passive health regeneration delay decreases from 12 seconds to around 9 seconds. So you can decide if it's something that you want to use, but I'll stick to enhanced loading. I went to the D objective because my teammates already captured the objective E, so I'm spreading around to capture as many objectives as we can. I noticed the IFV on the minimap, so I quickly switched to AP shells. After taking a shot at the IFV, I target the infantry while the shell is loading. As the engineer starts targeting me, I move back closer to my escape route just in case if I need it. I check the left side just in case if they are trying to flank me. I spot the tank that shot at me and I immediately fall back behind cover to recover health. They got the first shot, so they have the advantage. I peek slightly to check if the tank is still there or it started moving towards me. My health is full, now I can start the battle again. I take my shot and move back behind cover to avoid getting shot while the shell is loading. I switch sides to see if I can get a clear sight of them. I assume that they have fallen back, so I move closer to start targeting the infantry. I smoke immediately to break the lock and move backwards to avoid the bomb from the jet. I stay behind cover until my health starts regenerating, and then I move on to the objective. As soon as I see the C4 being thrown at me, I pop the smoke to destroy it. Thermal smoke now destroys C4s, in case someone didn't know. I notice the tank and I switch to AP. My infantry starts swarming the tank, so they retreat. I capitalize on this and rush forward to hunt the tank down. My health will start regenerating before I reach the tank. I start moving towards objective B, but I notice another tank passing by, so I switch to AP rounds. Since they didn't see me yet, I will use the cover in front to flank the tank from behind and deal maximum damage. I immediately turn my back around to prevent high damage shots. Since I can't see anyone, the best I can do is to smoke and run away as fast as I can. The smoke will cover my back and prevent them from taking accurate shots. I hear footsteps once again, so I turn my back away as fast as I can and start shooting at them. I turn around and I see the mobile anti-air and the IFV. I target the AA first since they are the smaller danger. Now I change to AP rounds, but I don't start shooting immediately. I first wait for my health to regenerate since they don't see me yet. If I shoot them, they will know that I'm here and will kill me immediately. I take my position under the railway. I take out the enemy infantry first and then I start targeting the IFV. I check my right flank and I start moving towards objective A. First, I look to see if there are any vehicles on the objective. When I make sure that there are no vehicles, I switch to MP rounds to focus on infantry. I notice the tank, so I stop and move back slightly, until my AP shell loads. I use the usual shoot and scoot tactic. I move in and out of cover as I fire and reload the shell. The tank is pretty low on health, so now I can push it and finish it. I smoke to cover my position just in case if someone else is watching me. I change to AP rounds to restock them. Right now I'm going to the objective E, since it's the closest objective to our side. This way I don't have to worry about my back. As some would say, a lucky shot. Whenever you see the acoustic mine fire off, slow down immediately, because that will prevent it from hitting you. Footsteps on the left, so I check immediately if it's someone trying to flank me. I've neutralized the objective, so I can freely get off of it to target the remaining enemies. New enemies cannot spawn anymore. I go to the right to check for any remaining enemies, and I hear footsteps on the right and I react fast. I use the hit direction indicator to look for the approximate location of the enemy that fired at me.
Objective marked. Support the attack.
I notice the IFV and I fire my loaded MP shell. Then I use the rock in front of me as cover until my AP shell loads, and I simply continue to rush the IFV. I pop the smoke as soon as I hear the lock. Then I hear the jet passing by, so I know that the danger is not there anymore, or at least for now. I get another lock, but I have no defense since my smoke is recharging. I still keep my eye on the IFV so that I can finish it off. I use the opportunity of the attack heli flying low and slow and I shoot at it. But I hear footsteps on the left, so I switch my focus on that. I switch back to MP shells. I wait further back to see if the attack heli will come again. I spot it and I fire my shot.
We are attempting to capture Foxtrot.
I get shot at my back. I don't know what it was or who it was, but I immediately smoke and I turn around to look for them. I notice the tank in the distance, so I keep going wide to avoid getting seen. I keep myself hidden until my health recovers, and until I get an opportunity to flank them from behind. While the tank is stuck, I use the opportunity to look for the infantry that was following them. Enemy is climbing on my tank, so I fire my smoke and I stay inside the smoke to get rid of them. The smoke now damages the enemy infantry when they are inside of it. I keep looking for that tank since I didn't finish them off, in case if they are still around here somewhere. I hear the RPGs coming from the left, so I go to look for them.
We are attacking objective Delta. We now control our objective. Defend all positions. Attention, defensive position is needed on the marked objective.
Just making sure that the heli is friendly.
Strategy is working.
Time to target the objective D since we are in control of E and F. As soon as I get hit from the left, I back off to avoid getting another shot. I fall back to recover my health.
Objective Delta has been secured by hostiles. Hostiles are attacking objective Echo.
There's a lot of enemies on the objective, so I'm not pushing forward before I clear them out first. I get a lock, I smoke and I move backwards while trying to aim at them.
Nice shot! Coming down! Enemy helicopter! Try to take it down!
One of the engineers is targeting me, so I'm trying to fall back while also shooting at them.
Be advised, hostile attack is confirmed on Charlie.
Enemy tank happens to arrive at the worst time possible, and he destroys me before I can get behind cover.
Be advised, hostiles are attacking Alpha.
I see that we have all of the objectives in the upper part, so now I go to the lower part of the map.
We have secured objective.
I spot a tank, so I switch to AP to attempt to push it back. I notice the heli coming towards me, so I aim and wait for the right moment to shoot.
Charlie. Be advised, enemy sniper confirmed. Very
Enemy starts targeting me from the train, so I switch to MP shells and I move back. I also get shot from the tank near B, so I smoke and fall back completely. I wait for my health to start regenerating, then I switch to AP shells to prepare for the tank battle. First, while I'm behind cover, I use the third person view to locate the tank first, without exposing myself, but there is nobody there. Tank shell goes right over my head, and I spot the tank immediately. They seem to be disengaging, so I shift my focus to the infantry. I locate another tank, so I switch to AP again, and I rush forward. I notice the tank on the minimap, so I switch to AP immediately. As always, I fire at the tank and then I focus on infantry with my coax, while the shell is loading.
The enemy have secured more objectives. Let's strike back. We are still willing to fight. Our strategy is working.
I failed to notice that I ran out of AP shells, so this cost me the fight. A lot of engineers are focusing on me, so I'm forced to retreat, while being careful of the mines. I quickly take out the little bird before it flies away. I hit the IFV, but it fails to register, so I smoke and fall back under the cover of the smoke. The smoke starts doing some damage, so I know that there is someone inside of it.
Objective Delta has been secured by the hostiles.
While waiting for my health to recover, I switch to AP rounds to allow them to restock passively. I notice the IFV on the minimap, so I'm just waiting behind cover for my AP shell to restock. Then I flank it from behind.
Support on the marked objective.
The jet is doing another strafe, so I know that it's targeting me now. I escape towards our base to increase as much distance as possible between me and the jet, in case if they want to do another strafe. This will allow me to regain my health. I'll take this opportunity to restock my AP shells.
Attention, attack support is needed on the marked objective. Okay, we are tracking the enemy side. To your location.
Since I had no anticipation of the tank, I fire my loaded shell quickly and then I switch to AP. Another IFV is coming, so I quickly switch to AP again, before they peek out. They pop smoke, so I attempt to rush them since they are one hit. Footsteps on both the left and the right, so I back off.
Defend all positions.
I spot them again, so I rush to take a shot, but they smoke again, so I back off. It's a risk to push them while the enemies have the objective E. Engineers could spawn at any moment. I switch to MP shells and I get on the objective. I saw the enemy move inside the ruins on the right, so I will target them. I spot the engineer trying to flank me, so I back off from the objective to get rid of them first.
Control of Delta.
I get a lock on, I first look to see what it is, then I smoke. I know that it's a jet, so they might be back for another strafe. Since I don't have the smoke anymore, I use the wall as cover to try to prevent the lock again.
Our strategy is working. Alright, we have initiated our attack on Echo.
I get a lock again, but this time from behind. I smoke and change the direction of movement in case if they dropped a bomb. I spot a heli and I try to shoot it down.
Hostiles are engaging.
At the same time, I get a lock on again, possibly from a jet this time, so I just avoid being a static target. I'm following the jet and I see that they are turning around, so I quickly go behind the wall to mess up their lock. Since my smoke has recharged, I know that I'm safe from a lock. Now I rush towards the direction of the jet, because that way I will reduce the amount of time they will have to shoot at me before flying past. I spot the heli, so I stop and try to target it. They start moving to the left, so I immediately read that and I pre-aim to the left where they will most likely appear. That way I can align the shot. But my shell switch fails to register, so I'm unable to take them out.
I have eyes on hostile rockets east of your location.
Our troops are attacking Delta.
Alright, objective Foxtrot is being secured.
Now I go to help take the objective D. I feel safe approaching from this street only because our team has objective F. Otherwise, I would always recommend approaching from this side.
Guys, I spotted a hostile sniper in our vision area.
I notice the slams a bit too late. After seeing how many of them are there, I just simply decide to approach from another side. If anyone managed to count how many air kills I had so far, let me know down in the comments below.
Objective marked. Support the attack. We have secured Delta.
I attempted to use the building as cover in case if the jet dropped the bomb. The jet is back again, but I cannot do anything since my smoke is recharging. I simply continue moving forward. I get shot from behind, so I quickly steer to the left to get behind cover. The jet is still targeting me, so I use the smoke and I stay behind the tower, so that it can hopefully prevent the bomb from hitting me. Enemy AA pops out from nowhere, so I immediately start shooting at it. I use the friendly mine to my advantage. Since they are standing so close to it, I can just simply shoot the mine and it will deal damage to them. You can also do this to enemy mines, so make sure to use it to your advantage. At this point, I'm just running for my life. Everybody is targeting me from everywhere.
Be advised, hostile troops have secured more objectives.
Our objective is under threat. Defend the position. We're close to
I take out the friendly mine just so that I can safely move closer, without the risk of someone shooting at me while I'm on top of it. Whoever was counting, you better update that count. I get shot from behind, so I immediately turn my back around. Splash damage of the MP shell lets me down and puts me at risk.
We now hold more objectives. Secure our defenses. Back support is needed on the marked objective.
The match is about to end, so I just stay back and take it slowly.
We're attempting to capture Delta.
One last push to Objective D, for good measures.
Be advised, objective Echo is under attack.
What an amazing match. So many air kills and so many near-death situations. I hope you found some of the tips helpful. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.